I'm Rhonda K, owner and producer of The Rhonda K Show, RhondaKShow.com. There are a number of people who have come to me and said, I think I need to have my own talk show. I remember this one chiropractor in particular. She said, people always tell me I need to have my own talk show. Well, building your own TV show, you're not just building a film or you're not just creating a television show, you are building an actual business. And there are 6 things that you're going to need. First of all, you're going to need a business model. What type of show will you make? Will it be a sitcom? Will it be a music video? Some people, all they want to do is be able to make their own music videos and produce them. Will it be a podcast style where you're sitting, 2 of you talking with microphones in front of you? Will it be a variety show? Whatever type of show it is that you want to create, especially in nowadays, there are people who are making videos and posting them to YouTube, and they are building their brand with those videos. And some of those people want to take what they're doing and take it a step further. And there are 6 things you need if you want to do that. So the first one, I just told you, it was to set your business model. And once you've decided what your business model is, who your audience is going to be, then you want to decide. And so just to give you a little hint, if you are a chiropractor, your audience is going to be your customers. You're going to be creating videos, helpful videos that will keep them watching your content and coming to your website and watching your television show if you decide to pitch your TV show to the networks, like Dr. Oz. I actually had a doctor who would be great at that, and she actually does interviews on television, and I kind of want to talk her into having her own TV show because she has a lot of value to share, and I believe people would watch her show if she were to do something like that. So then, now that you've got your business model, you want to get all of your business and legal portion of your business, your licenses. What kind of licenses do you need to have a TV show? What kind of legal documents, contracts do you need when you have a TV show? You need all of those things to put together because remember, you are building a business and you want to have every aspect of that together. And then next, I'm looking at my notes. The very next thing you need to do, especially if you're talking about having your own TV show, you got to have somebody to watch it. So that means you need to build your brand. Don't wait. Don't do like I did. Don't wait until you get your TV show built and you've got all of your videos. Now you've got to try to build an audience. You want to do that as you are building your brand or as you are creating your television show. And so what happens is, you know that you want to do this. You've already evaluated, you've thought about it, you're like, okay, I'm serious, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Then what you're going to need to do is start building your audience. I'm going to give you a little helpful tip about how to do that now. For building your audience, I'm going to use myself as an example. I am a media and tech professional. So in order for me to build my audience, what I will do is create a lot of tech videos showing people how to create a website in a day, showing people how to maintain their website, showing people, because when you are, think about it, Walmart, Amazon, Facebook, the insurance companies, your electric company, all of those big brands, they have a website and they have to maintain a web presence. Any business that is a serious, legitimate business is going to have a website presence. Don't believe the hype where they tell you all you need is social media. You don't control social media. You don't own social media. You don't make up the rules to social media. So you're going to need your own website and build your business brand and information on your website where people can find out about you and your business and the things that you're doing in one location. So really all a website is your online virtual address in virtual space. Just like you would have an office, just like if you've got a business, you gotta have an office, you gotta have a website. So there's that. Okay, so you're building your brand, you're creating videos about you and your company, educating people. These are educational, valuable videos that you're creating to help people out along the way. And now I have recently begun to end or begin my videos with, hey, I'm Rhonda K. I'm here today with something to say to help you out along the way. And hopefully that will make people remember me, and or if they don't remember my name, they can remember that clever little saying. And that's part of what branding is about. So I start out with, I like poetry, so I figure I would always start out with a little rhyme or something. And sometimes I do that without even trying to. So use whatever natural aspect of yourself. Maybe you are an athlete and you specifically play basketball, and you come on the scene, dribbling your basketball and maybe shooting some shots, and that's what people see at the beginning. Little things like that. That's the fun part about having your own TV show. It's yours. You are the creator. You can make it your own, and you're going to always be coming up with something. Creating a TV show is kind of like getting to be a kid all over again. And let me tell you why. Remember when you were a child, and in my day, we called it play acting. We would pretend to be mom and dad, and we would have dolls, and the dolls would be the baby or the kids, and we would ad-lib and make up stuff all day long. And now, to take it a step further, me and my siblings were a little extra. We created characters. My character was Pamela Martin, and we were those characters all day long. Pamela had this certain personality, and so we would become those characters all day long as kids, as we were play acting. And little did I know I would end up being in this business, because actually I wanted to be either a teacher or a doctor or a scientist, because I liked knowing about things and how things work. And I kind of headed toward that way, but then the web and the media took me this way. So start building your brand. Make little videos, whether you post it to Instagram or other social media. I recommend posting short video clips to YouTube on a regular basis that educate people about you and what it is that you do, so that you'll have an audience by the time your show launches. So the next thing you're going to need is equipment. Now, when you're starting out, you may or may not have any equipment. Now, I have a video that you could watch to find out how to produce professional video for under $250. In fact, I'm using a setup like that now to create this video. So you'll want to go watch that video. But we're going to talk about, or you're going to want to find out, what is the minimal equipment you need to get started. You need cameras, you need lighting, you need tripod, you need a set, a place, a location. You need other video equipment you're going to need is like editing software. You need a computer that can hold all of your processing needs. You're going to need, let's say if you're going to produce a 1 hour or 2 hour movie, then you need a computer that will be able to handle that. Or you'll need somebody to edit that for you. So maybe you don't need it. Maybe you just hire somebody to do that. Those are decisions you're going to have to make as it relates to you and your production company. Because once you start to create your own show, you are now a production company. We talked about that in the legal portion of what you need to set up your business. Let me take a sip of my tea. So the next thing you're going to need is funding. It can cost a lot of money. You spend all this money on equipment, location, lighting, studio, setup, and staff. Don't forget, you're gonna have to have a crew, even if your crew is 1 to 2 people. When I started out producing the Rhonda K Show, it was just me and one other person. This one other person, though, filled the role of several people. And then my daughter came along and she began to be very valuable because she started offering ideas and input. And so you're going to find your people like that, but you mostly are going to need to know how to get your film produced on a budget or with a budget. You're going to need to know where that budget is coming from. Are you going to pull it from your savings? Are you going to have investors? Are you going to have one huge investor? Are you going to have sponsors that give you a certain amount of money and you just mention their name in the credits? Those are ways of financing, and there are a lot of rules surrounding that, and the sponsors, they're going to want certain things from you. When you find investors, they're looking for your project to be assessed. They're hoping for it. It may or may not be a success, but you'll want to plan for that success. The success you have, I'll just say this, will depend on the planning that you do in the very beginning. If you spend the majority of your time planning, then you are going to have success. And I always say there's a lot that I didn't know that I didn't know. And so if I knew that I didn't know all that stuff when I was starting out back in 2006, I might have shied away from the film and video industry. And not to mention, I went on later to getting published on Roku television. So there's the other part of it, distribution. Will you submit your film or your TV show to a major network and have them pick it up? And if you do, you're going to have to learn how to pitch it. You're going to have to learn how to put the pitch together. So the step 6, the very last thing you're going to need is you're going to need to learn about the industry. You're going to need to know the language, the terminology, how things work in the TV and film industry, and that will help you a lot. Now, I have a course, the 3-day film and TV course. And in this course, you end up with your own production company set up and a professionally produced video in your hand, ready to go at the end of 3 days. And you can check that information out. Imagine you spend 3 days, and at the end of that 3 days, you now have your own ready to go, ready to launch production company. Join me in that class. It's a hands-on training. You won't want to miss it. You won't regret that you took this course. You're going to use and leverage all of my 20 years of hard knock school of knowledge to get and grow your own TV show. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.